Hi, hello. So we're going to be talking about completing the square, going through this worksheet. I'm going to do a couple of examples. One of the examples is going to be when a is equal to 1. The other one is going to be when a is not equal to 1. So let's do problem 1 right here. Let's look at it. The thing that I like about this assignment is that it takes you through each step. So you really get to know the process of completing the square. Alright, so the first question says move all terms without an input variable to the output side. So remember that input variable is anything with an x, and we're going to move it to the output side, which is the y. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 1 to both sides. I'm getting rid of this term right here. When I do that, I get x squared minus 2x equals y plus 1. Alright, the next thing says divide through by the coefficient of the squared variable. So my squared variable is x squared, and my coefficient's 1. So when I divide by 1, nothing changes. So I still get x squared minus 2x equals y plus 1. Okay? Step 3 says take half the coefficient of the variable with exponent of 1. So here's my exponent of 1 term. So I'm going to take negative 2. So I take negative 2, take half of that, so I divide it by 2, and I get a negative 1. Step 4 says square the result of step 3. So I'm going to take negative 1 and square it, and I get a positive 1. Now it says add the result of step 4 to both sides. So I'm just going to copy down. I have x squared minus 2x equals y plus 1. I'm going to add the result to step 3, so I'm adding 1 to each side. When I simplify that, I get x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals y plus 2. Complete the square by factoring the squared variable side. So that would be this side right here. Now what we did while we went through this whole process is we created a perfect square on this side from the spot that I highlighted it. So when we factor it, I'm going to say it's x. Whatever we did when we got the next part is whatever we got when we divided that coefficient by 2. So up in step 3, minus 1 squared equals y plus 2. Okay, the last step, step 7, is isolate your output variable again. So I'm just going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I get x minus 1 squared minus 2 equals y. Alright, that's as simple as it is. That we just completed the square. Alright, let's do it again. We're going to do number 3. Alright, remember f of x is just a fancy y. So, step 1 is move all terms without an input variable to the output side. So I'm going to add 32 to both sides. So I get 4x squared minus 8x equals f of x plus 32. Okay, step 2 is divide everything by 4. When I do that, I get 4 divided by 4 is x squared. Negative 8x divided by 4 is negative 2x. Notice I'm doing each one. I'm going here, I'm going here, and then I'll usually just combine all this. I'll just usually say, so we can do 4x divided by 4, and then 32 divided by 4 would be plus, let's see, 8. Now it says take half the coefficient of the variable with exponent 1. We're on step 3. So here's my exponent 1 here. So we're going to take this negative 2. So I'm going to take negative 2 divided by 2. I get negative 1. Square that result. So negative 1 squared equals a positive 1. Add that result to both sides. So I'm going to copy down here. I have x squared minus 2x equals f of x divided by 4 plus 8. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. When I do that, I get x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals f of x divided by 4 plus 9. Okay. Now we can factor that left side here. So I get x minus 1 squared equals f of x times 4, or divided by 4 plus 9. Now we're going to subtract. We got to isolate that output again, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. And we get x minus 1 squared minus 9 equals f of x all divided by 4. Lastly, I want to get rid of that divided by 4, so I'm going to multiply everything by 4. So I got to make sure I distribute this 4 to everything, so I have 4 times x minus 1 squared minus 9 times 4 is negative 36 equals f of x. That's what we're looking for. Alright, if you have any questions about that, please let me know, and I'd be happy to help you. Thanks. Have a great day.